1988 E30 that came from Germany. We're going to be putting an N54 from an E90 into this puppy, just like we did for this one. This guy's going to get delivered. This is the next project. This here is AK. This guy came over to me and he asked me, hey, what do you think you can do for me? Can you put an N54 into an E30 chassis? And I said, hell yeah, I can. And I got super excited. He came over a couple times just to do a couple quick chats just to see if it's possible. I showed him the garage, I showed him some of the other stuff that I do, and I got him hooked. So we are all set. I'm going to be putting an N54 in this thing, 6-speed. We're going to be giving it a little bit of paint. We're going to be doing some interior work. We're going to be doing some suspension work. We'll be doing big brakes. We'll be doing a lot of stuff on this E30. So I'm pretty psyched.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a great project.
It's going to be a good project. Oh, yeah. AK here is doing a tour in Afghanistan. He's a helicopter mechanic. So thank you for your service. Thank you for everything that you do. You. This guy makes me, he works on helicopters, so he makes me look like turning wrenches is nothing. But
it's pretty much the same thing, almost.
But yeah, I am honored to have somebody like him have me work on his car and do a full-on driveline swap from the ground up. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
I think you got some keys for me.
Definitely, 2 of them.
2 keys.
This is to unlock the car.
Thank you.
This is to start the car.
All right. Guys, stay tuned. We got a lot of good stuff coming up in this next video series. For Garageaholic, I am out. What you see behind me is a 1988 E30 Touring, imported from Germany. This thing is a diamond Schwarz black, and we're going to keep it that way. This thing will be outfitted with what you see right there, an N54 6-speed. This is going to be an awesome swap. N54s are getting increasingly popular. As you can see behind, the E36 M3 has the N54 6-speed as well. We're going to be doing that again on an E30. Hopefully you guys find this interesting, enlightening, and inspiring. Let's take a quick look and tour the car. What we have here is a 1988 325i Touring imported from Germany. This thing's got an M-Tech 2 kit. It's got some smoked ellipsoids, smileys. It's got some work that needs to be done cosmetically. It's got an N54 swap. We are going to be fully swapping this drivetrain into this diamond Schwarz black Touring. This thing's got Alpina wheels, 17 by 7.5. It's got a pretty decent interior. Interior is in pretty good shape. Not really going to do too much with the interior. Seats look good. Going to replace those headrests. Going to get the dashboard set up. We got to take this cluster and fix a lot of the issues that are going on within the cluster. That's definitely an issue. Wiring down here needs to be fixed and addressed. We have a lower kick panel that we're going to be putting in as well. This thing is a bone stock M20. So we're going to be taking this puppy out and we are going to be putting in this. This is from a 2007 or 2008, not sure, 335i rear wheel drive. It's got VRSF headers, which is awesome. The downpipes are already catless. For this swap, we are going to be going catless. This is a 6-speed manual transmission. It's a GS653BZ. We're going to be making our own custom mounts for this, okay? We are not going to be mating the subframe to the stock mounts. We're going to be keeping the E30 subframe stock, and we're going to be making custom mounts. And we're hopefully going to be marketing these mounts for all E30 N54 swaps in the future. We have all of our goodies here. We have all of our parts. We have intercooler, we have shifter stuff, we have coils and all these other random parts that came with the car. So pretty psyched about doing that. This is a hatch, pretty nice actually, pretty good condition. You see here, it's got this dog keeper outer thing, and then it also pulls like this as well for making sure people don't steal your stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's got a couple blemishes, got a couple things we got to work on the body. We're going to be doing a repaint to this thing. It does have some rust, but it's all surface rust. This car has no other rust, which is great. It's got a rear view camera and a couple of other holes that were drilled in. So we're gonna have to repair those holes and get that rear view camera out of there, as useful as it is. This car, like I said, has 17 by 7.5 Alpina wheels. We are going to be getting rid of those or selling them, whatever, and we are going to be replacing them. We got some pretty cool wheels coming up. I don't know exactly what AK is going to be doing with the wheels, but we're going to be doing something with them. They're going to probably be 17s, and they're going to be pretty mean. I think it's going to be nice. We're going to be going with a big brake kit. We're going to be going with coilover suspension. We're going to be lowering the car a bit and getting a nice stance on it. Of course, N54 drivetrain. We're going to be cleaning up the interior. And we do have a couple of additional blemishes in the front to take care of. This poor M-Tech 2 bumper. I just feel so bad. This was not done by the owner of the car. It was done by the previous owner. And they cut out this for a fog light, an LED light here on both sides. I am just disappointed. But there's some fiberglass work that we're going to be doing on that as well. So I'll be guiding you on how to do that. I am no expert in fiberglass work, but hey, we'll learn as we go. It's got E36 M3 mirrors. They're motorized. They work fine, but you know, we're gonna keep them. We're gonna paint them, we're gonna keep them. And we're probably gonna keep the battery up front. I don't know what we're gonna do about the battery. I'd like to keep it up front, but you know, due to weight distribution, I think that's why BMW designed it that way. However, with the N54 in the front, it's going to be slightly heavier, so we got to figure out if we want to keep it or not. So I don't know exactly. But we do have a good car here. This is a really good, rust-free example of an awesome car. I love the color. It's going to be the same color as that guy. Yes, I said it. The 8 Series is going to be the same color. So we're going to be doing Diamond Schwartz 181 on this. It'll be a paint. It will not be a wrap or anything like that. And this motor is going to get refreshed. It's going to get fixed. It's going to get, well, it's not really broken, but it's going to get refreshed. We can get new seals, new gaskets, and things like that for all the common issues. And we're going to get this thing up and running. So in classic Garageaholic fashion, let's take this puppy for a test drive and see what she's capable of, as is with the bone stock M20. See what kind of dings and rattles and things we need to fix while we're doing it, because we all know that within a couple of days, this thing's going to be disassembled, and we're going to start throwing that N54 in there. Let's take a look. So I figured I'd take this car for a drive really quick just to kind of see what it's capable of. And I was a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest with you. I really thought that this thing was going to be faster than it was for a M20 B25. And I checked on the actual real OEM code for the VIN. Turns out it's an M20 B20. It's a 320i. Not ideal. It doesn't matter, we're going N54 anyway. These Tourings are called Longroofs. It's the name dubbed by the Touring, the 5-door E30. Come on. I'm just so used to driving a fast BMW that when you gun it, you know, you kind of like hold your head back and you feel those neck muscles, you know, kind of bulge out on you just to try to keep up with the acceleration. That definitely does not happen here. I am flooring it right now. I might as well have a cup of tea while I'm accelerating this thing. But it's so fun to drive such a unique car. I mean, people do kind of like look, they give it a second look. What is that thing? You know? It's fun. Handles well for a stock E30. I mean, this thing has not been modified at all. I don't know if it came with the M-Tech 2 kit. Gas, clutch. There we go. I'm getting passed on the left. Although now I think I'm up to speed. The seats need to be reworked, that's for sure. As you can tell, this blue piping needs to go. There's some carbon fiber look-alike sticker thrown on the dash, thrown on the glove box. It's basically strewn about, and that needs to go. It's hard to get started on this thing. Clutch feels good, it's just that when you give it gas, it just doesn't accelerate the way you expect it to. So you kind of have to give it more gas than I'm used to. Let's punch it. Flooring it right now. And I hit 40 miles an hour. This car was never meant to go fast. This is supposed to be a grocery getter. It's rear-wheel drive. So when you've got a car that requires a complete suspension overhaul, big brakes, a full repaint, a driveline swap, and some interior work, where do you start? I guess we gotta pick something. So if you couldn't tell, I am going to be removing the drivetrain from this Touring here. We're going to be replacing it with the N54. There are a couple of mechanical provisions that we need to make sure that we have completely de-risked before we go forward with the swap.